Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Hey everyone, welcome back to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Mac.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Jesse.
Ooh,
And
switching things up a little bit. Jesse wears his hat forward. Gets a shadow on his face.
well, already we're off to a great start.
As you know, we are ramblers.
We are to the point.
Thank you for joining us today.
Jesse is to the point. Pepper rambles.
Oh boy. Thank you for joining us today as we continue on with our top 50 games of all-time journey here. If you haven't already watched, we have posted our 50 through 41 and 40 through 31 videos. So if you want to be in on the loop on all of our little jokes this far, go ahead and check those out. And today we are covering our 30 through 21. So really getting to the meat of the games.
Yes. And also something to note, and I think we're going to get into it.
Spoilers!
Eventually, spoilers, so stay tuned and see. But we are doing a giveaway of a game, and I think it'll be mentioned this time, so we will mention more about that game when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then maybe if you've watched the two previous ones, there may be some additional things with the giveaways, but yeah, pretty much if you want to be entered, leave a comment below.
Yes.
And you can go check out the video we have
Yep.
explaining the giveaway.
And then make sure you subscribe so you catch that video and our next two videos finishing out our top 50. So plug.
Plugging it away.
All right, so
Now,
start us off, Zach.
Let me start us off strong. The game neither one of you have played.
Arm
But I did-
wrestling strong.
It is arm wrestling strong. But it is one that you will be able to play now. Because it's one we didn't own before. And now, because it was so cheap, it was like half off. Ended up getting this game. It was my 22 last
And we
year.
had played it once.
Huh?
Before that?
I don't think
No,
you.
22.
None of you have played it.
Oh.
I don't think. I'd be surprised if you
Oh,
did.
that one.
It's my
Yes.
22, and it is now 30, and that is Coimbra.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is an amazing game. Even though I haven't been able to play it that much, usually I'm only able to play it when I go up see my best friend, and we usually get that one in. So I've kind of only probably played it about once a year for but it just is one that I'm just like, I just really, when I think about it, I'm like, that just makes me happy. And it's there's some dice drafting in it, and then getting some different cards to go up tracks. It's a tracks game. I love tracks and things, and
Goose tracks, ice cream.
they all do slightly different things that all kind of work together. Yeah, I ended up, because I think it's some of the same designers and they use the same artwork, getting Alma Mater. I would say we play that one in 2-player. I'd like to try it with 3, but I definitely don't think I like that one nearly as much as I really had a great time with Coimbra. Yeah, and I'm hoping to see what you guys think of it. I don't know, because it is a little bit more on the Euro-y side, and I think I kind of like those the best, but we'll...
I think Mac has definitely been coming around to those with things like Circadians and
Yeah.
possibly some more coming up.
Only took like 6 years, so. All right. Well, you gonna go next?
Yep.
All right, go.
You had this great number 21
Oh,
that
that's
you wanted
right.
to go last, right?
Yeah, I don't know how numbers work.
Look
Yeah,
forward to that. Stay
hype
tuned.
it up. 21 is going to be
Number
great.
20. Max 21 will shock you.
This is too much pressure.
My number 30 is up 16 spots. Which I'm surprised how have we gone through so many games that a game could move up 16 spots.
That is pretty shocking.
This is Stone Age with Vikings and combat dice. This is Champions of Midgard.
Nice.
I just love, there is so much combat in this game, so much battling. It really is the heart of the game. There is worker placement to go along with it, but it's all in that combat, and I really feel similar to Stone Age in how far can you spread out your workers or your dice and still accomplish everything that you need to. Like, I want to battle this guy. I also want to go on this voyage. And I also want to do that. Can I do that with my 5 dice or so and still be victorious?
Right.
And the 2 expansions just add so much more that even when you lose a battle, you get something. Just great stuff.
Yeah, I'd agree. That one has moved up for me as well, and yeah, those expansions make it even better. It's an amazing, amazing game. We may hear about it some more later.
Not for me. All right. So my number 30 is a new to me game this year, and I've only played it twice, so that should tell you how good I think this game is.
You already talked about Forgotten Waters.
Nope. It is Dune Imperium. So it's a race game, and I like the crunchy kind of thinking it through, trying to get moving forward and get it together. And I just really enjoy the hand management and trying to get more cards and playing on the board. And yeah, there's just a lot of things about this. It's a little take that. Maybe I get a little mad when I don't win because I could have played better, but that's my issue, and we're working on it. But it's such a good game, so I put it at 30 because I was like, you know what, I really feel like it deserves to be here. And it might be a little hot, so we'll see where it ends up next year. But that's where I put her.
Yeah, I'm surprised we just played this, and I didn't feel like you had said, "Oh, look at him! Got to manage your resources, Pepper," because I was just had so few resources throughout the game.
Yeah.
And you guys had piles, but I was able to. It was very
Out of
close.
nowhere, he had piles.
Yeah, I think it was 10, 10, 11 final score, so it was so close, and I think I've only played it twice. I think it's been close both times. If I had a little more time between that last play and making the list, I might have considered it, but it did not make it.
That's all right.
Yeah, I don't think it made mine either, but every play of this that I've had
It's going to be one of those It's a
kinda
Wonderful World situations where
kind of gotten
he
better
lies
and better.
about it not being on there.
I don't think it made it.
Oh.
Looking back, it probably would have after that last play, especially at 3 players.
Yeah.
It has been one that's growing on me, so I wouldn't be surprised if it made my list next year. But yeah, I really like how it's the deck building. It doesn't feel like similar to other deck building games because you don't go through it as much. But yeah, just how that works with the worker placement. As I played it more and more, it feels smoother and smoother.
Yeah.
When originally I felt like I wasn't 100% sure how much I liked the connection, but it's definitely there.
Yeah.
So yeah, so my number 29. It's one that's fallen.
Oh.
Some spots that's fallen out of the top 10.
Oh.
It's fallen out of the top 6.
Oh.
It was number 6 last year. It is now number 29. What is that look in Pepper's eyes?
You know what his 6 was?
No. I have your list here. I don't remember what it was.
I don't think you'll be as shocked. Glenmore 2.
Oh.
But yeah, it's...
Bad reaction. Ah.
It's one that I still really like. I don't think either of you like it as much. And I can understand why I don't think either of you really like the scoring of the whiskey barrels, the cards, and all those things every turn. But I just really love how when you place the tiles, you activate all the tiles around it and try to get those combos to get points and stuff.
Maybe the first chef's kiss of the video. Really love that tile placement.
It is something. It is something to behold, and then I really, I really like. I just like the rondelle, and just how that works. Where it's one of those. What do they call it? A ratchet something.
Ratcheting. Or dice tower.
It's something where they call it something where if you go so far, you don't take your next turn until everyone else has passed you.
Oh.
Whoever's in the last place will keep taking tiles and stuff. But then kind of to mitigate that, like you wouldn't be able to just go bam, 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 bam. It has whoever has the largest one loses points based on
how many tiles they have more than the others.
Right. So, yeah, it's one that I still really like because I like going around there. I don't know if I've been able. Have we played it 3-player yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. We might have to.
So we might have to do that.
Yeah.
For me, 'cause I really like it. It would probably could be higher if we were able to play it more, but yeah.
Yeah, this is another one like Mountain King, in the Hall of the Mountain King, where the concept, I'm in love with it, and before you got it, I gave you the thumbs up, go ahead, get this game, because it looked beautiful, and I love the rondelle and the tile placement. But just something with that scoring, and I think that whole other board feels quite added on. There's a lot of good things there, but I feel like I'm just going to stick with the same things every time, and if I don't get them, I'm going to be disappointed. But yeah, so I'm kind of sad that this one obviously is not on my list, since I was very much looking forward to it. And I do enjoy it. It's a good pick.
I tried really hard to like this game, and I'm still trying for you, for your sake.
I'm probably going to be off my top 50 next year.
I try.
Might have to give away our copy.
Whoa.
We haven't even played
2
through
million
we haven't
subscribers
played
would
through
give
all
away
the
our copy.
Chronicles yet, though.
We have not. Just lucky I didn't get the Highland Games.
My number 29 has also fallen a little bit from last year, only 4 spots, even though I said it made a resurgence, and that was Wingspan. Even though I feel like, I played it probably only once since last year, and it was a really awesome play, and got to see the penguin in action.
He's so
little
cute.
All that fish. Still such a solid game, solid engine building, and trying to make do with what cards you get. There is luck, and sometimes you start off with a great combo and you're probably going to have an advantage, but I still always have fun trying to make the best engine that I can. And on top of that, the game looks phenomenal. Got those wooden dice, those upgraded components that we got. All the art, unique art on all the birds.
Neoprene mats
that we got, yes.
That we
Wooden
can't store
insert.
anywhere.
That's true.
Yeah, surprisingly, it's one of our most upgraded games. I mean, I guess not that surprising.
Yeah.
So I really like it. We'll maybe hear it later
really
on my
like it.
list.
I think it's one that after I play it, I'm like, I really need to put this higher on my list. But then time goes by and I don't play it.
But no, that's a solid game. It'll be interesting to see what I think they didn't have an expansion last year, but at the end of this year, I think they're going to have one and sell a big box with it. So it'll be interesting to see what that adds to it. I have no idea what. I think he might be announcing which continent next month. Jamie is. So
Well, there's
We'll
only
see.
so many left.
that is true.
All right, my 29 is a game Jesse mentioned in our last video, so crossover in that respect. It moved from 25 to 29, and that is Mystic Vale. So, good card game. You know, I think we talked about it a little bit in that video already. It's very pretty. It's very fun to build up your deck, to kind of push your luck a little bit. Try and get that mana to win the game, and it's just really solid. I've really liked it ever since our first playthrough years ago. So
Yeah, that was the card building. I think the first time we played this was at the Dork Den, wasn't it? And I was disappointed. I think. Well, maybe no. I was trying to remember if I wanted to get it myself. Or whatever, when your brother ended up getting it. It did not make my list, but it's a very solid game.
Well,
Thought that was on his list for sure.
I thought it was last year.
I don't remember if it was
think it
last
was.
year. No,
I think it
I
was.
don't remember.
Must have
I
just
don't think
been
I
me.
wrote. I did not write down what I had last year. I just wrote down numbers if they matched up
Oh.
to something I had last year. I didn't actually write
your
down.
27.
Oh.
Wow. I have no words.
Was that one that accidentally came up?
It might have it actually probably was, because the ones that I was missing when I redid my ranking were any ones that we didn't own.
Oh.
So that could have been it.
Oh, yeah, Lord's Waterdeep on there, though, so.
Yeah. So I must have missed it.
All right.
But yeah, it's a very, very solid game. I give you guys the thumbs up for putting that in there. But this one that I have will make a three-way crossover over some of the last videos. It was 25 last year, so it moved, fell a little bit, not much. And that is Rajas of the Ganges.
Yeah, three-way cross.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. That one doesn't seem like one that would be a three-way crossover, because it's very unique, and it seems like one that would either you like it or you don't like it. So it's kind of weird that we all actually like it quite a bit. but yeah, I just really love the way the tracks interact, and how that's the end game trigger pretty much,
Yep.
where you're trying to get fame, trying to get money, trying to manage those things, and you're just building out your little place to get some of those bonuses. It's always fun when you get those to work out, or your paths to work out well, and don't end up accidentally like trapping yourself in or going all in on more fame or something. But yeah,
I did not do well at that last time we played.
Well, I think I got very lucky in our last play. A lot of good dice rolls.
Yeah.
We were about, each of us were about like 20 to 30 away from crossing over.
I don't even know what the end game score was, but I'm pretty sure I lost.
Yeah, you guys were quite a ways away from that. But no, it is
Breaks it to us easy.
a solid game. I can't wait to, well, I have waited. We have waited to try out the Dice Charmers.
Yeah, I've actually
Blankenright.
I hadn't heard anything, but I think did someone put it on their top 100? I saw
might
it
have.
somewhere where it surprised me because I hadn't heard anything apart from that.
Yeah,
And I'm like, oh,
someone could have. So
could
yeah, I'm
be-
hoping to try
could
that
be
one and
good.
see. Hopefully, it'll be really
10
good.
times as good.
10 times as good. That is Rajas of the Ganges.
My 28 has dropped 2 spots
Ooh.
only. And this is the only Abyss Universe game in my list this year.
Oh.
And that is Conspiracy, which you guys have now played it, and I still love this game. I played it mostly on BGA, but now we actually have the physical copy, so I can play it there as well. It's one that parents will play. My mom has played it a few times. She's not as big a fan as I am. But yeah, it's just a really unique card drafting system where you can kind of push your luck and draw more cards, but then you're going to leave more for the other players to choose from as well. You're just kind of building up upside down pyramid, trying to connect cards of certain colors, get high point cards, get special scoring, end game scoring cards. Just a lot of stuff packed into just a little tin box.
A baby Bruno box.
Baby Bruno.
I had a very good impression of that one after we played it, so I look forward to playing that one some more. All right, my 28, or wait, is it me again? It's me again.
Yep.
Okay,
It is you.
my 27, or
28.
28, sorry, I'm getting lost in my writing here. My 28,
Did you skip another number?
no, I didn't. My 28 moved from 14 to 28, so a little bit of
Double.
a little bit of a jump in this one.
Double is
Double is bad.
Double is bad.
That's not how I would describe that, but all right.
As it used to be.
It's one of our OGs, and I still just really enjoy the tile placement in this game, and then also
Carcassonne.
the money rule where if you pay with exact change, then you get to do another move, which is so satisfying when you can do it. So it is Alhambra for number 28.
Put that in another game. Exact change.
Exact change is that is an awesome
Yeah.
mechanism in that game.
It is. I really like it. So she's dropped a little since, I mean, she's one of our OG games, so she's dropped a little, but she's still holding on strong.
Yeah, that's one that I think games like that are one of the reasons why I wanted to go through our whole collection. That and kind of culling some of our games as well. But like games like Alhambra, I feel like we don't play as much. But every time I do play Alhambra, I'm like, I see why we played it so much when we first got it, and
Yeah.
I still really love it. And you know, you play it and then you see the exact change. You're like, this is a great mechanism. And the tiles are, it all.
If it just wasn't quite as restrictive with
Yeah.
the tile placement, I think this one has fallen off my list.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, I was wondering if it would bump it onto my list with that, with those, but it did not. But it is definitely, it'd be in my top 80, top
Oh,
70. I don't know. It could be my 51. I don't know. Any given day, I think like probably like my 51 through 80 could be so. messed
I
up.
agree.
Yeah. So, Alhambra. I don't even know where we are
27.
anymore.
27.
27. Ooh. This one was 31 last year,
Ooh,
so it's getting a little bit better.
4 spots.
And it's kind of like lanterns that I talked about. It was on our 10x10, but it actually moved up. Got better with all these more plays.
Oh.
And this is a Garfield game, and it's Viscounts of the West Kingdom. This one, for some reason, I feel like people don't seem to love this one as much as the other West Kingdom games. I can see how, Architects is a little bit more approachable, so I can see that. But I'm kind of surprised, because I think this one's pretty solid with all your options. So I don't... Maybe they just haven't given it enough plays, because they're definitely those first couple plays are... It's a unique game. It's got some unique things to it, so I can see how right away it could turn some people off. But I think it's definitely worth giving a few plays to see if you really do like it, because just as we played it more and more, I've just grown to like it and love it more. It's just a very solid game. It's a rondel where you got two tracks that you're moving it around, an inner track and an outer track, kind of doing two different things on each of those tracks, and I think it just all really works together in managing resources. You're building a deck, sort of, small deck, and then you're just having, just the way it all works is strange, but it all comes together in a great package.
It's all coming together now.
It's all coming together.
Yeah, I thought that one was going to stick around for me, but it did not make the list this year. I think it's probably stayed about where it is. It's just there have been more games. And there's a lot
He
to
hates
it.
it now.
And like the buildings on the outside of the board, I don't feel like I'm ever going to do that. And
If you're
Well,
your
no
brother,
wonder you're not
if
winning.
you're your brother, you can do every single thing.
I feel like you should probably try to do a little bit of everything in this game.
Yeah, well, somehow he manages to max out in everything.
I love the game. I'm surprised it's not higher.
Love the game,
I don't know
and
how
it'll
it's not
love you
higher.
back.
I don't know how it's not even higher. I
Did
just
you mess up your list?
No, I just...
It's like,
They're
oh,
all
wait,
good games.
it's actually number 3. My number 27 is a new game to the
Ooh.
list. And years ago, we played Jaws, and I really liked that game. But I had kind of cooled on it. We hadn't played it very much. I think it takes a little while to play as well. But I really loved kind of the hidden movement of the shark. And so this game kind of delivers a little bit of that, except instead of a shark,
Bruce the Shark.
you
It's Bruce.
are Bruce the sniper. And you are elite. All elite sniper. This is Sniper Elite, the board game, based on a video game, which I have not played. But I saw this on Dice Tower's Anticipated Games a couple years back, and then watched their playthroughs. They now have 2 playthroughs out, and just very excited, decided to back the game, and just got it in, and played it for the first time with you this
Wow.
week, and I really, really, really enjoyed it, and I wasn't even the sniper. And I have a feeling that might be even funner than being the defenders. So yeah, I'm really excited to see the other side of the game.
Yeah, we'll have to play that one more, because, yeah, like you said, we just played it. I could see that one possibly sneaking onto my list at some point, but
Sneaking
Yeah.
onto the list.
yeah, you sneak around as the sniper. Could sneak onto the list at some point, but it is not currently on my list. But it is a pretty solid game.
Interesting.
Can't tell if it's one you'd like or not.
Got a kind of a bag building to it.
Okay.
But usually it's building in a negative way.
Well, if you're
Well.
you
Right.
and get
You're the
spotted by
sniper.
the defenders.
I got very unlucky.
Yes.
Well, both of us.
Yeah.
We had very bad draws most of the
Yes.
time.
Promising.
But it worked. It evened out.
It did even out.
All right. Well, my 27 moving along here is a game we've had for a while, and it's actually kind of like a co-op game that I actually like. So, hey, look at that. Miracles do happen.
Second half of her list is just going to be co-ops.
I do co-op now.
I don't know about that, but it is Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig by Stonemaier Games. So this game was 26th last year, so it only lost 1 spot by being moved to 27.
Like a rock, it's dropping.
The bricks those castles were built with are weighing it down.
Wow. I wouldn't say that, but all right. It's just a really great game. It's so fun to build your castles, to work with the other people at the table, to see the different room types. It's just, I don't know, it's just really fun and different. It just kind of makes your brain think in a different way, and so I think I just really enjoy it because of that. So
Yeah, that's one game where I can kind of relax. I'm just like, I'm just gonna try to pick the best tile with my partner for this castle and this castle, and not be so competitive like I may be usually.
well, that's all you can do, you know. If
Yeah.
if your partner doesn't pick the most optimal tile, you know, multiple times, you're kind of struggling a little
Yeah.
bit, probably.
Yeah, I feel like this one doesn't get enough respect.
I would agree.
Because I really like that all the tiles are all the main tiles that you're placing are different. I think, all different types of rooms and stuff, and the artwork's all really, really nice.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it's not more liked because I
you
don't
can-
know if he branded it more as like a party game. I don't know if it could could have been more popular. I don't know though.
Yeah.
But it just recently had an expansion site, and I don't know if that helped it any either. So if that
The
didn't help it,
expansion
I
was
don't.
good, so.
It is a
Yeah.
good expansion, so I'm just like, well, I don't know personally what the sales were on that, but if that didn't help, I don't know that there's going to be anything that can. So
Yeah.
I'm sad that people are missing out on.
I'm 3
A
for
really
3
great-
with the
really great
Stonemaier game in my 10 sections. So
Ooh boy!
who is the biggest Stonemaier fan here?
Who's got the stones?
Wow! Do I even have one yet? No! Wow!
You guys are disappointing.
I'm disappointing. That's true.
All right, what do you got for 26?
26 has been mentioned in a previous
Ooh.
one by one person. It will not be mentioned by the other one. It is one that was not on the list because I hadn't played it in a while and I didn't know if I was just hyping it up in my head. But then recently got 2 more plays of it in, so I've played it 3 times. And I've really, really enjoyed all the experiences. And it's out on the sea. It is Forgotten Waters.
Ooh.
This is crazy for me. This game has been on a roller coaster because I went from saying, I think it was this game, right? So the Dice Tower Awards had this nominated for, I think it was the 2020 or 20, was it 2020 awards or 2021? Whichever one it was that it was nominated in. I think it was
2021.
nominated like five times or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think this game is going to win any of the awards. I think it did end up winning one. But something about the cover just turned me off from this completely. And I don't know what changed my mind on it.
Don't judge a board game by its cover.
But then I got
Was there a
it.
sale on Miniature Market?
It was probably a sale. And then got it and played it. I think, too, we'd played some more cooperative games,
yeah.
possibly.
Yep.
And had been enjoying them more, so I was like, oh, it's cooperative, so yeah, we'll give it a go. Because I've been looking for a pirate game or whatever that I like, and after the first play, I was like, oh boy, I think this is even better than I could have ever imagined. So I don't know if it was the lack of hype
Marks the
going in,
spot.
but oh man, I really love this game. The app implementation is great with the voiceovers and stuff.
Yes.
I think that's what really does it, and the fact that the rounds are timed and stuff keeps it. It's still a long game,
Yeah.
like 2 to 4 hours, kind of
Or more.
or more. But yeah, that's what makes I think this one work. Otherwise, I don't think it would if it wasn't if the action things weren't timed. And it's just a great game. Definitely give it a try. The only negative is that I think there's only so many
Yeah.
scenarios.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks, but
I think they're making more, though. Didn't they say that in the app, that there was some more?
so yeah, it'd be interesting. I don't know that I've checked where it is on like Board Game Geek, ranking wise, or how many people have ranked it, because it'd be interesting to know kind of how well it's done, and if they would ever do like an expansion that they made a bunch of them. I don't know.
think they would. I mean, it's pretty popular.
Mhm.
Okay, my 26 is moved up 8 spots, and that is Onirum. I've only played this in the app form because there's ridiculous amount of shuffling in the game. Ridiculous amount of shuffling. Enough to make a grown man cry. As you saw in Tom Vasel's solo marathon.
He was crying.
But yeah, this is probably the most pure solitaire card game feel of any of my solo games that I play. It's just, you have 4 different colors, a few different symbols on those, you're trying to play them out in a line, 3 cards of the same color in a row, you can't have matching symbols back to back, and once you get 3 of a color in a row, you claim a door, which is, there are 8 doors that you have to open. Sounds stupid, and it really is. There's no theme to this. But yeah, then, so it's pretty simple trying to do that. Otherwise, there are also some nightmares that can pop up, and possibly pop up one after the other, after the other, after the other, which I believe did happen to Zach in his one play. That I tried to give him some advice, and it did not work out. But yeah, I really like it. The app also has, don't know if you had to pay extra for it, I may have, but it has a couple expansions, which are also very nice.
Yeah, I think that, no, I don't know, is that one considered the best one? I don't even know.
I think it's the original.
Okay.
I think
Or
it's
the most
Ben Z.
beloved.
Garcia's favorite in all the times I've seen his top 100, and
Okay.
that's kind of the most I've heard of the games.
So I'm guessing, I think with that experience I had with that one, and then kind of the other ones you've gotten, I think that's kind of turned me off of wanting to try them. So that's the only reason why. Maybe it was a fluke thing, I don't know, but it just felt like, this feels very, very random. But I don't know.
Just
It was
got
one
out of
play,
hand.
so I have no comment on it.
Yeah.
Outside of that comment that I made.
Nice.
Outside of that long, drawn-out comment.
This sucks, but I'm not going to say anything negative about it. Keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. I don't think that'd be...
Respect.
I don't think even if I played it more, I don't think that'd be my favorite.
He's still
game.
commenting.
And that's the end of my comment.
All right. Thank you.
At least until he brings up another one. I might come back and add some more comments.
All right. So my 26 was my 21 last year, so pretty much stayed in the same area here, just probably some different games added to the list and moving around here. And it's kind of one of our OGs. It's one I love. We kind of talked about it a little bit already in one of our previous videos. It's got some wonderful colors to it. Just really fun, simple to play, but also at the same time a little strategic. So my number 26 is King Domino.
Ooh.
Anything interesting about this particular game?
Well, if you like this video and leave a comment below, we will enter you in a drawing to win this game or King Domino Origins or Queen Domino. You each pick.
Yeah, so... And if you've watched some of our other videos, there may be some other possible things to the giveaway, but yes, this will be this or one of those other two would be the main game that will be given away. Games.
Gang, gang.
But if you subscribe and we get that counter up like crazily,
We'll give you our own.
an obnoxious amount.
We'll give you
That's
our
not
own
realistic. We will.
100,000 subscribers. We'll give you our whole collection.
I did not go that far. But no,
Do not endorse this.
We got to turn and burn, baby.
that is a solid choice. That was my 45.
Well,
So we've come a long way.
I feel like it's more accurate in mine, but that's fine.
Yeah, I think it's definitely one that we've.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's ever grown stale,
No.
which is
And, like-
kind of crazy because there's not that much to the game.
Right. And like, I don't know, we've got this family that likes it, and my sister bought it, my parents bought it, so it's just really
It's an
all
awesome,
around.
awesome family game. One of the top, best of all time. Deserves this field as yours.
Bruno
No
Catala at it again.
Bruno Catala. Michaela's
Betting
I bet
1,000.
Michaela's starting to not believe us
Is it
that
Bruno?
these are all Bruno Catala.
Is it Bruno?
She'd probably these can't all possibly be Bruno.
My God.
What does the man do outside of design games?
My God, it is by Bruno.
That's all the man does.
Who's the other one? Canizia?
Yes.
That has a lot?
He does. he's done quite a bit more, I think, than Bruno.
Hundreds.
But Bruno, I'm guessing Bruno probably puts more time into each individual one.
Okay.
But
Well, thanks, Bruno. I really like King Domino. I can't say...
And no offense to Reiner Knizia.
no. But yeah, then anything else to say about that one?
Nope, let's move to 25.
Let's go to 25 then. And this one is one that is so good. Michaela had to split last 10. She had to split this into 2 different numbers because she just loves Fox in the Forest so much. This one was 35 last year, moved to 25, so it's even getting better. It's one of our
Slow
old
burn.
classic. A lot of mine got a lot of old classics moving up. Got the Fox in the Forest, we got Dominion, King Domino, Lanterns. They're all moving up for me. I don't know why. Architects, it's just crazy. But yeah, Fox in the Forest, a great trick-taking game. My favorite trick-taking game. Much better than The Crew. Tom Vassell needs to try Fox in the Forest.
I like the Crew.
And push it. Yeah, The Crew's good. But I don't know. It's something about Fox in the Forest.
Yeah.
The only trick-taking game I'd played before it was Hearts, and...
Oh, never let me live that down.
Why?
Because you didn't like playing Hearts. It's all my family ever played.
I don't think I'd never played a trick-taking game before, and it just seemed like, oh, this doesn't make any sense. But yeah, now that I've played them, they are a lot of fun, and Fox in the Forest, I think, does it in a great way. It's a two-player only, which is surprising that it can work as well as it does. I think.
Yeah.
But every time I go back to it, I just
Great.
really have a great time, even though you smacked me last time with a comeback victory. Well, that is my 25.
How we play around here.
My number 25 is a crossover, and it is a solo game. Pretty much limits to one game, and that is Coffee Roaster.
He's roasting the beans.
Is that what it sounds like, Mac? I've never made coffee.
I've never made coffee.
Well, none of us have ever
Blah,
drank
blah, blah,
coffee,
blah, blah.
apparently.
That's what it sounds like at
Noise I make
Starbucks.
when I'm reaching in the
It's
back.
like a steady stream of liquid. That's what it sounds like.
But yeah, I love Coffee Roaster. This is another one that I saw on the Tom Vassell solo marathon, and I'd heard a lot about it before that, and that definitely got me hooked, even though it took him a while to get the rules straight. Although that was pretty typical of all those solo games for him. But yeah, it's just great. Another bag building type game, which we don't have a lot of. Before that, it was just Quacks of Quedlinburg, which we'll talk about later. We will talk about later.
Someone already talked about it.
Yes.
But yeah.
And that in Orleans, and I just really, really, really love the bag building aspect of this and the push your luck. It's great, unique theme,
Yeah.
good look, classic look.
I totally agree. If you watched our 50 through 41, it made my list. And I don't even really play solo games that much, so.
We got a playthrough out there if you want to see that. It's a pretty epic game.
Ooh, you better check that out.
Yes.
It's pretty hype.
But yeah, I'll go back to commenting now. I would agree that this one I had a great experience with in my first play and all the plays after.
There you go.
Well, thank you for your commentary on that. My number 25 is a brand new game to me. It wasn't on our list last year. I think it's either new this year or last year. I'm not sure which one now that I think about it, but it's new to me. And that is Claim 2. I put them together. So this one's just really fun. And there's a lot of, I feel like, variety because you can mix and match a majority of the different factions and kind of how you do that. It is a trick-taking game. And so I just put it above Fox in the Forest a little bit. It's still a 2-player, but just because the variability in what factions you can use. And so that's why I threw it up there. It's maybe a little hot right now, but I just really enjoy it. And we recently traveled on an airplane, and I was like, yes, we're going to get to play this game in like the airport, or it's just it's a small box, so you can take it along, we'll play it. And we didn't even touch it. And so I was like, sadness. But
It was disappointing, but it was just all so fast-paced that whole time. So
I know.
Sadly, it was not time.
How many players does that play up to? Is that just 2?
There's a 3
How can
and
that be
a
3,
4
4?
player
I
variant
would
if
say
you have
probably.
Claim 2.
Yeah, I would
But I
probably
wouldn't
only worth
say-
doing it 2-player. I haven't tried the others, but I would just guess. So yeah,
So 24.
24. Trying to think. What was Jesse's 25?
Coffee
roaster.
roaster.
Oh, yeah, coffee roaster. I need some coffee, apparently. I just totally am like, did she just skip him?
I don't think I did.
No, you did not. Oh boy, this is sad. Sad. There's another one that dropped out of my top 10.
Oh my god.
And he's gonna blame it on us.
I will. This one was number 10, and it may make a resurgence now. There is a chance, because we may have just today gotten the expansion to this game. It is Viticulture.
Oh, you can't blame us. I like that game.
No one ever wants to play it with me.
I've never heard of Master Play Viticulture ever.
Is it on your top 50?
We'll see.
We will see.
I cannot believe it. You let this one drop.
It's
You.
the first Stonemaier game I've mentioned, I think, so far.
Wow.
And yeah, this is one that I think it's one of the most perfect old school worker placement games out there, and I just haven't been able to
good.
play it. It's
Not good.
and I love the game, and I'm
disappointed
hoping
you.
that Viticulture World will get us playing Viticulture again, and it'll pump it right back up to the top 10. But 24, really, in the grand scheme of things, I still really love all of these. So
Viticulture.
it's not like it's not like, oh my gosh, I hate it now.
Yeah.
It's just not played as much.
Wait, you like your top 50 games?
I do like mine, and
That's
not so certain you like yours.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Viticulture's been a roller coaster for me. Didn't really like it to begin with. Turns out we played it wrong. Then really liked it. Then had a terrible solo experience and didn't like it. And we got the expansion kind of right when I was
Tuscany.
cooling down. Yes, on it. So I have not enjoyed the expansion as much as others have. So,
I like the Tuscany expansion.
but yeah,
I think it's necessary.
wow, like everyone says.
It is.
It's still pretty solid without it, but
Yeah.
I think that just adds more things,
Such
more
better
good stuff to
content,
do,
yeah.
gives you more options to put your workers on.
It's a good pick, good game. Can't complain. Although I just did.
He's
Anyway,
commenting.
we just got.
Keep your comments to yourself.
We're filming our Jesse reacts and Zach reacts to top 50
At the same time.
time. Good luck, Mac. My 24 has dropped 8 spots, and it is a crossover with Zach.
Ooh.
Tile placement, city building game, Suburbia
Ooh.
Collector's Edition.
Okay, that is what my 47 was, I guess.
Yes, this one is just so great. It's, well, one, the production's collector's edition, so it looks great, finally. I know the original edition kind of probably is what kept me from getting that, but with this deluxe edition, dual layered boards, I believe you could even go even extra and get like 16 player colors, which is the most unnecessary thing ever, but we did not do that.
How you thought about it?
Nice.
Thought about it a little bit. But yeah, this one,
For some
It's-
reason, when you said collectors, I thought it did include those. I thought it was everything.
oh no.
Sorry.
We'll have to go get them. If it's a crossover, if Mac can make it a 3-way crossover.
That's a lot of pressure to put on the game.
Yes.
On a game she hasn't played.
But yeah, I just love the tile placement. You talked about it a little bit. I love that you get income every turn, at the end of every turn. So even if you feel like you're not doing very well, you can really kind of change your game as you play. Really good game, although there are a few expansions in there and a lot of tiles to choose from, which ones to use in a game, and so it's a little overwhelming as to, I just usually want to just grab tiles and put them together, but they suggest certain tiles that you can use together in combos, where I'm just really not into building a pool of tiles, so I think that keeps it down a little bit.
Interesting.
Good choice.
I have no comment. All right, my number 24. I wasn't really sure what to do with this one because it's a game we kind of played a lot and then it dropped off and we haven't played it in a while now, and so I'm like, yeah, you know, it's good. I'm trying to remember. I have fun playing it. It's a great experience. At the same time, can't really say a lot about it because it's a legacy game, and that is Charterstone by Stonemaier Games. So I'm just having really a lot of fun with this legacy game. Yeah, as in with most legacy games, you kind of take it and make it your own, and things are dependent on things that you do. And
huge spoiler smack.
I know, I'm trying to be super vague. So
Metal coins.
Oh, the
yes,
components
the metal
are good.
coins are good. Yeah, the components are good too. The art's good. Like, it's cute, and I really like it. So I wasn't quite sure where to slot this one, but I felt like, you know, 24 or would be probably appropriate for it. You know, could vary here and there, but where it stands for a legacy game, because it's legacy, I think is why it rates higher. If it was just like a standalone play at one time like this, then I might think, you know, maybe not. But the legacy aspect of it really brings it up for me.
Well,
So.
luckily he got the
Recharge pack
before we've even finished the legacy.
I know.
Well, for some reason, the only reason I got it was because it was on sale on Miniature Market, and I thought in a live cast, Jamie said that he might not be
Oh,
making more of them,
Oh, I see.
which was weird because he says usually that he keeps everything in print, but I don't know if it just wasn't selling like well at all.
you didn't buy
or,
two?
or maybe he might have just said like
It'll last us the next 50 years.
it's not going to be reprinted for maybe a while or something.
Yeah.
But then I think he did. So I don't know. But so I wanted to have it just in case so we could play it a second time. Because you can do it twice. Flip the board over and play it a
okay.
second time.
I see.
So
Oh, so that doesn't come with a new board or anything?
no.
Okay.
Nope. It is a good pick. I'd like to get back to that. And
Yeah, hopefully this week we can at least play it. How many
play
more?
a couple-
How many more games do we have left?
I don't even remember.
It's got to be
We're
like.
probably about halfway through.
How many are in it? 8 total.
I don't remember. I always forget. It's either like
Yeah.
8, 10, or 12 or
Yeah.
something like that.
I think we're about halfway then.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm just going to make a bold prediction here. I think that your 23 and my 23 are going to be a crossover. I just have a feeling.
Well, hate to tell you this, but it's going to be a crossover, but not with your 23 because you've already said this game.
Oh my.
So it cannot be. This one's coming onto the list.
Maybe I'll
new.
say it twice.
It's a new one. You might say it twice. But this one moved up because we did play it last night multiple times. Originally, when I put my list together, it was at 30. But I thought it deserved to be at 23, and that is Unmatched. The game system of Unmatched.
Nice. Nice pick.
Just really, really loving the combinations you can put together now, because originally we just had Cobble and Fog, and that's what I had written down here, because at the time that's all I had played. But yeah, just being able to mix those together, get all these different characters, including the T-Rex even, with Jurassic Park and dinosaurs kind of being one of those themes that I really like. Just makes for some interesting matchups.
We really should have filmed that playthrough with that T-Rex. Would have been
We
our
should've.
shortest playthrough to date.
It would have been because you stopped Sun Wukong or whatever his name is. He did not stand much of a chance. But no, it's just I don't even know what card battling game. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly, but just quick. It's a lot. I don't know, just really enjoyable. I was
Just
a little worried because we'd only played it a couple times, and I'd gotten all these other, got the T-Rex and the Legends and all these other ones. And I'm like,
And
I hope I
t-shirt.
actually like it. Got a
yeah,
T-shirt.
and I wasn't as hot on it as you were, so I'm sure that was a
part of my
little
worry.
worrying. But yeah, it's definitely grown, and so much to where we didn't even like read the rules for all those ones. We just picked a character, said, I don't know what's in this deck. I'm gonna see as we play.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's another
Exciting.
fun part about it because you see the cards, you're like, oh, that could be pretty cool. I haven't seen quite that before, so yeah,
Nice.
you'll get to experience that.
I'm sure I will with how much you like it. So
We'll know everything, all the decks, and she's gonna have no knowledge of them and just be thrown into
I'm
the lion's den.
fully expecting to just be murdered multiple times.
But no, solid game, Unmatched.
Good. My number 23 is not unmatched. And now I don't know if it will be a crossover. No, I completely have no faith in this.
Wow,
I don't
not
know
a
if you
crossover
played-
at
I don't
all.
know if you played it enough. This is a beautiful game, mostly because went in on the deluxe edition, even with a sleeve for the box, and that is Crusaders. That
Wow.
will be done. This one
I didn't know
has
you like this.
phenomenal production, and thankfully Renegade Games is going to be printing this now. I don't know if the production will be the same. I would think it would be pretty much the same. But yeah, since Tasty Minstrel Games sadly is there were fears that maybe this wouldn't be reprinted, but
Lost in the
it
Crusade.
is. But yeah, the game is just so cool. That main mechanism of kind of a rondel of actions on your player board and kind of little hexes that you have, or hexagon cubes pretty much, that you have on there. And you choose which group to pick up. And kind of like Mancala, similar to 5 Tribes, you go in clockwise fashion, leaving one at each spot. But initially, however many were on that spot that you picked up, that is the value for that particular action. So it's very streamlined and not really hard to understand at all, but there's still a lot to that mechanism. And it's just fun going out on the board, building your different buildings. Everything you build, everything you do, upgrades your actions in this game. I don't know if it's the most replayable. I don't know if there's that many paths, but I haven't played it too many times, and I've enjoyed, I think, the only one play that I've had of it. And I've very much enjoyed.
Yeah.
It did not make my list.
It was
But I
close
really
to
like
making mine. I really like it. I just think I need more playthroughs, and like you said, the replayability might not be there in long term, but
Yeah, I really like it, and yeah, everything you said, the upgrading stuff as you go and making things cheaper and better, and it just crescendos towards the end of the game, and just like that, the game is over too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's
Kind of like
not
a
a long
Mystic
game.
Veil, limited amount of points.
yeah.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
a great
I think
choice,
it's
and it
great
is
pretty
it-
approachable too.
Yeah.
I would
It
say this
is
would be a
way
good next step.
simpler,
game
yeah,
Under those introductory.
than I thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree, and it is a good thing that Renegade is doing that, and also doing the expansion.
Yeah,
So
we'll have to pick that up.
there we go.
All right. Well, my 23 is new to my list this year, and so woo! So we actually have quite a few new games up in my top 30.
Well, you have to, because all the games that you've said so far are ones that I thought would be there.
Interesting.
My next batch, that's where we get the new.
I just did do 2 new games, I guess. 3 so far in this little section. So it is Pulsar 2849, and so I just love this little game. You've got a little spaceship, how you take your turns. There's multiple different options for you to, spend your dice that you get, and yeah, just there's a lot to it I haven't explored yet, but what I have played, I've just really enjoyed, and it's just the right kind of crunch for me, so.
Yeah, Vladimir Suchi, it's great. It's a great game. I think Pepper,
played
me
it?
and you for sure are gonna have to do
Yeah,
50.
I liked it.
We're gonna have to do 51 through 100 at some point, because there's just so many great
You don't
games.
think I can do 51 through
Crusaders,
100?
Pulsar. These games didn't make my list, but I do really love them, and it's just so tough because it's like I really love all these games too. So it's someone's gonna get cut, and it just sucks. But I'm glad you guys are talking
Yes.
about them.
Oh yeah, and Crusaders had the best first player token ever. That sword.
Yeah,
Tiny sword.
that one is pretty great. So.
But yeah, I like Pulsar too. Didn't make my list, but
And you're flying around using dice. It's kind of a similar feel, I think, to the Grand Austria Hotel, where you're drafting dice. And it's kind of that.
And in a way,
Interesting where-
Circadians too, because of the different dice options.
That's true.
Or not?
That's true, because yeah, you're using those dice to do those different ones, and they take different values. No, that makes sense.
and space.
And space.
You know what? Space games have been very kind to me in the last year or two. So,
You are no longer the Lee Garcia.
oh no.
You're the Roy Kennedy.
Hey!
Space and dice. Spacey dice. Okay.
22.
22. Oh boy, 22. This is my last new one to the list in this batch, at least. It is one that I was really like, I really hope I like this game, and I really hope someone else really likes this game so that we can play it a lot. And that's why I took the risk of getting pretty much everything for this game.
Oh, yes. That's not me.
And it's not for Pepper that I'm talking about.
Really?
It is Obsession.
No way.
22 coming down the list hot.
Wow.
But
I'm surprised.
I am obsessed with Obsession. You know I was going to go with that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You're just waiting for it.
I'm shocked. I really
He's been
did
waiting this
not.
whole video.
I've been waiting. You had to say I'm obsessed.
Over
on the sand.
Unmatched? Over Pulsar?
Over Unmatched,
Viticulture?
Over Unmatched. The T-Rex.
Well, remember, we hadn't played it yet, so I was trying to rearrange
That's
my
true.
list, and
That's true.
I didn't want to make it too messy. So, any given day, they could be kind of different, but no,
I am shocked.
every time I play this, I
got nothing to comment. I just
want to get the
How
new
many times have you played it?
3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of thinkiness to it, and I'm glad that you've enjoyed it as well in the plays, because I would have been disappointed if we didn't get to play it more, because I think it's one that's going to be better and better with more plays. And I see why I don't know if it's a designer or just a publisher or both, sent an email when I had ordered all the stuff and said to kind of do the
Did you
base
tell him
game
you were
so many
getting it for
plays.
your wife?
No,
Oh.
I'm guessing he was sending
it's like
out
a
to.
standard.
I'm guessing it was sending out to anyone that ordered all the stuff, but just the fact that they would go through all that effort. It was a long email and videos, and this is how you can store it, and just the whole experience with getting Obsession and all that. It's, I don't know, just been great so far.
You can tell they care about the game and the customer.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, you're placing the tile buildings, and I just like trying to think of how can I combine all these cards to get all the goods on them, play them all. But then, too, you have to manage so that you still have cards, because eventually you have to kind of pick up like a game like...
And you don't want to if you don't have to.
Right, because, yeah, you'd like to be
Like
able to do something
Sentry or
every
something.
time.
So it
Yeah, like a
wastes a
Sentry or
turn.
something. Yeah. So,
Around.
but you're usually going to have to do that once or twice.
Yeah.
But yeah, we still haven't... I feel like there's still a lot to explore in the game.
We haven't even opened or started lurking any of the expansions, so.
Right, so I could see it definitely being... could keep going higher, possibly.
Cool.
Wow.
I will have to try it.
A Victorian aged game theme wins them for the day.
Solid.
Oh, wow. Hopefully it's on your list.
I'm starting to feel bad.
Oh, no. My number 22. If you paid any attention and didn't just skip ahead in this video to see the top 2 of our 22 and 21, you know we are doing a giveaway of this game. And this is a triple crossover giveaway crossover King Domino.
Oh boy.
We've said a lot of it already. It's a beautiful game. It's
Skip
a
back in the
Bruno
video.
game. Just the tile drafting mechanism is so great, but still so approachable. Anyone can play this game.
Yeah, it's a simple mechanism, but it works so amazingly.
Yeah. And we haven't played King Domino Origins. Otherwise, I've heard some people say, I think Z Garcia, that is his preferred one now. So I'm looking forward to see if maybe that'll be on the list next year.
Nice.
And that had moved up 21 spots from 43. I don't.
Did you move up or down?
Down 5.
And when that
Mine moved onto the list. Yours moved up.
Yeah, and I didn't know we were doing the giveaway of it when it moved up 21 spots.
So there's no gimmick here.
Yeah, that's probably the most shocking movement where I'm just
That is a lot of spots.
Because it's been so consistent the whole time we've had it. I can't imagine why it would do that.
Did you use Pub Meeple rankings, or did you just list all yourself?
No, I had done a couple Pub Meeple rankings, but I pretty much just made my list.
You
from
didn't
scratch.
believe the trash that ended up by coming out of that system.
It just gets so locked into place, and I'm just like, this is not right.
Well, we have a crossover other than that one that just happened, but we have a crossover.
On the same number?
No, but just in the range here. So
How would you know if it's on the same number? Or is she last?
She's last.
Okay,
last.
never mind. I thought she was first. Like, I know for a fact this will be a crossover. Don't do it. I tried, Mac.
this one actually moved up 22 spots. So
Which twice as
quite
good
a
as it was.
jump.
Moved up
But
a little more than
This
King
is
Domino.
because it was in our 10 by 10 and we had just started playing it when we made the list and it was good. And then by the end I was like, yes, it's great.
Nice.
That's
So-
one of 2 games.
Yeah. So it is Viscounts of the West Kingdom, which is my by far favorite Garfield game. Based on this list. So, yeah, we've already kind of talked about it, but it's just great. There's a rondelle, there's card stuff. Like, I just really enjoy it. It's just right in my wheelhouse. I might not always win, but boy, do I give you a run for your money sometimes.
You do.
So,
Even when I'm doing well,
yeah,
you're right there.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. So,
It's a great choice.
yeah, I
It's
know.
a shame Jesse doesn't have it.
He's just not cool.
It is my favorite West Kingdom game.
Speaking of a game going from 44 to a different number, that's what my 21 did. Came from 44 last year.
Wow.
Wow.
And it's shocking, I know. And this is one that we also got some content today for. Some other content for it.
Oh, I thought you meant we made content.
Oh, we
for
did
it.
not make content
Like,
for it.
we haven't
Oh.
filmed anything but these.
No,
topics.
we got some, I guess you could say, expansion
Oh.
type stuff for
Oh, interesting.
it. And
I'm
that is
surprised.
cartographers.
Oh.
So yeah, I don't know. I think last year it could have actually been higher, but just with some so we got the Heroes expansion, which adds a few extra things, and I think I got like some of the add-on packs of some thing. I don't remember what they're called off the top of my head, but the ones where you can pay coins to do some bonus things. Played with those a couple times, and all those have been so solid. I'm looking forward to continuing to try out all the different maps because they all play slightly differently. But yeah, as long as you're using the colored pencils or markers or whatever, it makes this game so solid. If I had to draw everything, it probably wouldn't be as high. But
Right.
yeah, it's just.
It'd be difficult.
You need stamps. That's what you need.
Well, I think Tom Vassell got stamps,
But then you got.
but it was too big, and then it had to center it. It was it didn't work for him, but maybe if you got the right stamp, you might be able
stamps
to.
for each polyomino shape.
That sounds like a mess.
But yeah,
The cards themselves can have the stamp on it. Just dip it. Boom.
Concern.
and it. I don't know if it'll be. It probably won't be a 3-way crossover. But I think this game is solid enough that if we get to 1,000 subscribers, we will also give away cartographers.
Oh boy, we're very generous.
Even the
Wow.
Heroes edition?
Huh?
Even the Cartographer
Oh,
Heroes
no,
expansion?
That's not
They got to start with just cartographers. Got to get into the game.
Walk before they run.
There you go.
Yeah, that's my 21.
All right.
My last one of this 10.
Your last two were just to please me, I'm sure.
No.
My 21.
Get
We're
them
going.
higher.
Should have been higher. Wow.
Wow.
Well, you gotta give me trouble about Wingspan. I gotta give you trouble about other
Yeah,
things.
that's true. And
It's
I
not
don't-
like it dropped though. They both
know.
went up.
That's,
They both went
Not
up
up enough.
like almost 30 spots.
that's true.
What more do you want from me?
That's true.
And actually, when I originally had this written, and we hadn't played it a couple more times, Obsession was at 37. So it actually went up like 15 spots since I made this a month or two ago.
Wow, nice.
Nice.
I'm surprised because you really did not have a good time with your last playthrough of Obsession.
I don't even remember.
Well, the one
But I'm sure
the one
it
with
was.
Abby.
Oh yeah, I did get smacked.
Yeah.
Well, you smacked both of
I
us.
smacked you hard.
Clapped us.
My 21.
Maybe I should have added that in here.
I'm about to get some trouble for this one
Uh-oh.
because he promised he was going to give me some trouble when another game in this series of games came up.
Oh, he's going to bring up his comments.
But this is the last one. Not all three made the list. This is Nautilion. In the same universe as Onirum, but this is my favorite one. This is not the other one that you played. You played Arion and Onirum. My favorite is Nautilion, and in this, we're going to the sea again. This is in the water.
Nautical themed.
You've got a bunch of chips numbered 1 through 9. I think there's like maybe 3 of each number. And that makes a path from this base to this base. Bad guy starts at this one, you start at that one. You roll some dice, assign them to either you, him, or another special effects, depending on what you're playing with that game. And you are moving along, and you have to claim a token for each number along the way to fill your ship with crew, and you must have a full crew before you reach the end, and you must reach the end before he reaches your base. And that's pretty much the game. It's super quick, super simple to set up. Just really, really fun.
Nice.
Neat little game.
Cool. All right, well, I'm
I haven't
last,
played
right?
that, so no comment.
Yeah.
That's right, you can't comment.
We're glad you like it.
But I do have a comment about that.
Yeah, I think I will love it. That is your comment.
Oh, boy.
Possibly.
Comment, see you, Steve. All right, so my last one, 21 here. Woohoo! We've already made it
Yes.
in the video.
Here's the big reveal.
Wow.
Oh, yes, the most shocking of picks.
Well,
Let's see it. Come on,
I'm not going to
baby.
volunteer
Come
for
on,
this next
baby.
time. So this is a brand new game to us. Very recently brand new, and it has just been a hit. I feel like it's been like one we've taught to just about everybody right away.
Oh my
Off
gosh.
base, there's like
Baby's going up.
it was so it's
You love it as much as Tom Vassell does.
it's great, and my God, do you get the cutest little Mars roper?
Oh,
This has been a
my gosh.
long wait for this game.
And
But I
it is
will say it has been worth it.
Planet Unknown. So while a relatively kind of simple in thought game, there's some great, movement with your rover.
Tracks
There's
on tracks.
different Yes, tracks on tracks. There's different maps. There's different goals, like tiles, all of it. Just great. It's great. I love it.
I don't disagree.
It's got a little Lazy Susan.
Oh, that lazy Susan.
That doesn't fit in the box, but
There's a lot of content in that box, so I'll
Yeah.
give it a pass.
yeah, it's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, that one was kickstarted, I think, almost 3 years ago.
Well, thank
And
God
with the
they
pandemic,
delivered.
it's just been kind of, I don't know, in purgatory type thing.
Oh,
Yes.
And I have just been like, I hope it does, I was worried when it eventually came. I was like, with costs and stuff going up and kind of, because that was back in the day, I think, when Kickstarters were still reasonably priced.
back in the day.
It was the deluxe edition with the
Yeah.
Lazy Susan, and I think it was only like $60 or something dollars. I'm just like, I hope he doesn't, they lose money on this or
Yeah.
something. But
Mm,
it's been a great game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Great,
Instant
worth
hit.
the wait.
Instant
Yes, I would say so.
We may see that later on. I don't know.
hit.
Jesse has no comment on it. Is it on?
He wants to
How many
say
times
it.
have you played it?
Oh
Two.
boy.
Twice, I think.
Interesting. We will have to see.
Yeah.
So yeah, you better subscribe so you can see.
Don't miss our next two top 10 videos.
Could be on one of those lists.
You never know.
Maybe there'll be more games that we might possibly give away if we reach certain amounts of subscribers.
I mean, it's getting pretty large now. Start at about 125 to 20,000.
Yes.
I said 100,000. We'll give away the collection to ourselves.
We're not committing to that.
Back you
Not
kind
legally
of take
binding.
ideas and go a little too far.
If we have 100,000, we could probably buy the collection over again.
I don't know about that.
At least say by the end of the giveaway. That means if we ever hit it,
Can you imagine? Can you imagine we just rocket up 125 to 100,000? Largest growth YouTube
What even
has ever
happened?
seen. Oh, shoot.
But no.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching this far. We kind of get off track a little bit sometimes. That's mostly my fault. When I start making my comments, I deserve it.
he can't help himself.
I cannot help myself but start to talk about games and just keep talking about them.
And keep talking, and keep
And
talking.
keep talking and rambling and
We still
rambling
here?
and keep talking about them. But yes, like I said, thank you if you've been watching this far.
Yep.
We hope to see you on the next 20 through 11.
And comment.
Is that how you want me to say it, Pepper?
Yes, 20 through 11.
And comment down below if you have a top 50, you're 21 through 30. We'd love to follow along and learn yours too.
Yeah. But otherwise, we will see you on the next one. As always, don't forget to
Keep on nibbling.
on our content.